Hey guys, Wednesday, August 28th, 2024. Let's see what the Black Widow has done. So far, this is our Elliott wave chart, and looking at our counts, we got our 1, 2, 3, 4, which was that 819 high. And the software is indicating a possible wave 5 here, which is interesting. One, we never got to fill the gap at 180, what is it, 184? Yep. On top of that, we have a change of contract, which a lot of you may have been surprised. I know when I started trading it, I was getting surprised. And now I realize when you have those big gaps like that, is that the contract just switched over. Now we are in October, and where did October open? When you're using a continuation chart, around 208, somewhere around here in this ballpark. Pretty much around here, kind of lines up with this market profile level. Anyway, 208 we opened up, and now we got this big gap right here. So a couple of things to digest. Let's say we have more downtrend to go. Possible targets using the Elliott wave. If this is not the wave 5, which I'm not leaning that it is, maybe there's more. We got to fill now the gap fill we just created right here. And we still got that gap fill around 184. Possible targets to the downside. Another wave 5 projection is 169. This one is extreme, 136. Using our Fibonacci extension from these anchored pivots, you get the 61.8, which is 150. You're kind of in between these two wave 5 projection levels and the 100 retracement, which is $1.04. Very, very extreme. So I'm giving you possible targets to the downside. Because so far, this is the direction it's going. And it's not following, which is this green line, the seasonality, what it normally does. So if it's going to start doing that now with this gap that we have, and we're going to have 2 gap fills, and they're going to start chucking along higher into the beginning of September and maybe the end of September, then that's different. It's having maybe a late run into the seasonality, which is, it's not odd. It's just, the way the Black Widow moves. And this is what she's deciding to do. So we have to wait for confirmation for that. At least we got to take out 230 high that we made. So I could kind of see maybe some, but what is the catalyst? What is going to cause nat gas to continue going higher from here? That remains unknown. So that's all the targets there. A couple of targets for you. This is all going to adjust once we close today. Also, look at the linear regression channels pointing lower. We opened this up a little more. Our first target was hit here. This is 230. That was the high around there. It was smack in the middle of our target area. Created the wave 4. And now we hit this target somewhere around here. And the program is indicating a wave 5. And on top of that, we got a gap fill that we opened today around 208. And we got all this open space here. So let's see how this is all going to play out. Stokes are negative. The ADX, you can see that the bears are getting momentum. Time clusters, this 2 here, 9.3, 9.4. But the one that I lean the most is the Stokes. And so far, that's what's indicating downward pressure. Volatility could increase here. the 28th. We're at the end of the ellipse technique, and there's another one coming up on 9-2. 9-2 is going to be interesting because 9-2 is where the 90-day count ends from right here. We put our Gann box right here. You see that right here was 208. So we gapped up, hit the first box level, or you can say the 25% level right here, and stalled. 90-day count kicks in right here. What day is that? September the 2nd. There's a lot of things kind of cooking here. I want to see what's going to happen. I think I'm kind of leaning that maybe we fill this gap that we just created, which is gap 2, and maybe something around maybe the 90th day count. Something happens here. Either to the upside, or maybe we really fill this gap that we have a 184, and then from there see what's going to happen next. Going back to our charts, looking at the market profile, you can see that we open a gap, change of contract, and we kiss the value area low of 208 right on the nose. Volume should start increasing here because now this is the continuation contract of October. So let's see what the Black Widow wants to do. I am leaning that she's going to fill this gap. And when I say gap, I mean this area right here. You know what? Maybe I need to fix this. Let's put this up here. So we got two gaps, this one and this one that didn't get filled. That's where I'm kind of leaning. That maybe this could probably go here. Maybe we may want to bounce. I don't know. That's unknown, but definitely maybe want to fill this. Does it have to? No, it might just, you know, continue going up from here. But there's a lot of resistance. You at least got to get to the VWAP. You got 230. So there's a lot of stuff. I don't know if it wants to go all the way up there to eventually have to come back down and fill this gap. But you never know. You just never know. Let's go into our simple glance chart. As you can see, the gap fill opened up here at 208. Yep. And now it's pushing slightly lower. So all these things right now, because of this gap fill, become anomalies, you know, noise in the indicators. So it's kind of hard to, it's going to be all false signals until this gap fill is filled. Looking at a geometry with APF, we bounce from here. Let's see if this could hold a 75 right here, around 205. And in the channel, never made it all the way to the midpoint, which is around 211. Let's go to our midpoint chart. So far, there is some support right here that it's finding around 206, but if that doesn't hold, it's eventually going to test 199. That was the low, and eventually fill this gap. As you can see, this is all artifacts with the indicator because of the change of contract. 4 hour using our weekly pivot. We're now below the 25%. Couple of targets, 204 all the way to $2, and then eventually fill the gap. And lastly, on the 1 hour, using our daily pivots, the mobile is already negative and is very extreme here, above the 200. So let's see if this is the price action we're going to get. Go down in the US session. Not that much. It's kind of hard to tell, but just figure out, show you at least the most important thing is the Elliott wave chart. That it's indicating a wave 5, but once, you know, we have a close today is going to let us know exactly more clues into decoding the nat gas Black Widow movements. Maybe in the U.S. close today, we'll look at the cycles and see if there's any hope there. I doubt it. It's just building more. It's just building more evidence and more things that it may want to just go and lower. And that's my opinion. I could be wrong. I've been wrong in the past. So let's see how that's going to play out. I'm going to sign out. Hope you like this video. Good trading today. And let's see. Today, important day. I think and NVIDIA is releasing their report or their earnings or whatever. And that's going to create a lot of volatility. So be careful if you're trading other instruments or whatever. It's going to be a lot of action. So just be focused and manage your risk. I'm going to sign out. Hope you like this video, and I'll keep you posted on my thoughts on nat gas.